You prepare your lines, your wardrobe, and your character, of course. But what happens when no one knows how to do your hair? Welcome back to Creator Struggles. I'm Najale, and today I am joined with a returning guest to talk about something that doesn't get enough attention in this industry. Naturally curly hair on set. Yes, we are talking about natural textured hair today. For many actors, showing up prepared isn't the only concern. Sometimes the biggest question is whether or not someone on the hair and makeup team knows how to do your hair at all. Today, my guest and I are talking about our own personal experiences, discussing why representation matters behind the scenes, and talking about what still needs to change when it comes to working with people with textured hair. So please help me welcome again, Janelle. Come on in again. How have you been since the last time we see each other?
Good. How have you been? I see the shows keep rolling on.
Yeah, episodes keep on coming. Keep coming.
And you know what? Last time, I have to apologize. I gave my friend here a hard time because she didn't have no juice. Okay, it was look, it was first thing in the morning. I'm thinking, like, when you go to set, there's a little juice, a little water, little options. That was my bad. I was projected. I didn't realize where we would work here. So there was no water. So I was a little parched. And, I gave her bad time. My girl stepped it up. I got tea options, coffee, juice, water. And I just stuck with water. But I appreciate you. I didn't mean to shame you into getting water and juice.
See, what had happened was I was on my way to the store before you had came that time. And then you was already coming. So I'm like, well, shoot. Hopefully she ain't thirsty or nothing because everybody else that been coming, I've been offering the juice.
And they don't want nothing.
They don't want nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe she ain't gonna want nothing either. I hope not, because I was trying to get to the store and it wasn't getting to, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't getting.
So that was my fault.
No, that's my bad for being a demanding guest. That was that.
Yeah, it was a little demanding. It's okay, but hey. Let bygones be bygones.
Okay, it's a truth?
Yes, a truth.
And she gave me tea as a parting gift. So
yeah,
I appreciate it.
She gonna be able to take some tea home with her.
So, she's spreading rumors. I require water and juice on set. Okay.
Y'all hear that? Water, juice, tea. I got some pretzels if you want them. I got some pretzels.
I'll take some pretzels. Okay. I didn't eat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we'll see. Let's see. Provide the snacks too.
I love it. I love that's hospitality.
Yeah, little finger food
right at home.
Let's get into reflecting on the last episode we had together.
Yeah,
episode 6, the room where you can't hide. How was that?
Man, that was a great episode, and it was nice to look back because you see like, whoa, how far you've come and what you've done and the kind of work you put in. You're like, okay, you're not famous, but you've been working. You've been putting in real worth, and like you said, not doing something strange for a little piece of change.
Hey,
we just want what's ours. What we worked for. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I love that episode. Yeah. How did you feel about that episode?
It was a good episode. I think that was the second highest in terms of views.
Oh, really? Who was the worst?
Keisha.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know our clip got the most views.
That is true.
That laugh dance, everybody loves to laugh.
Yeah. People like to laugh, and they like to hear things that. I mean, like, you said that? Yes. I said strange for a little piece of change. Moving on. Any updates? Anything exciting going on?
Not necessarily exciting, but I did, for me, writing, it's like I need to be inspired. And so I've recently been inspired to write a new short film. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it a vertical because I'm not really sure of the structure of a vertical.
Yeah.
Like the 30-second, 1 minute.
Yeah.
And to make it into like 90. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how that works, but I'm starting to write something new.
Nice. How is the Christmas?
Oh, yeah. So the Christmas film is done. You know how you just like, it's funny. You feel like it's funny. It feels good.
It feels wonderful.
Yeah, it feels authentic. Feels real. but you're so used to seeing the clickbait. There's nothing in it that's Ray Ray got out of prison.
Yeah.
Mama's making Big Mama's house. You know what I mean? It's not that. So you're just like, is it gonna resonate with the people? Like, it's so different from a traditional Black Christmas film. So I'm just like,
but
hesitant.
I feel like that's kind of where you go wrong, though, because who cares what anybody else is thinking to an extent?
Right.
You know, because obviously you're making something for people to watch.
Right.
However, you don't want to get too much input on, I think you should do this, I think you should do that, because now it's no longer your idea. It's everybody else's idea. So I feel like just put it out, because you never really know what people are thinking about. You know, it could be one of the biggest things ever, but if you don't put it out, you don't know.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm just like, so I have a friend, like, I don't know if I told you last time, but he is a writers group at USC, and he just finished his master's degree, but he's great at giving like notes on directing, editing, and stuff. And so I'm just trying to fine tune it just a little bit, but I'm like, now I'm overthinking it. So I'm just gonna send it out, let him read it, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Would you want to audition?
Hey, what part you got? Yeah,
you gonna be one of the L's. You making slick comments throughout. You're just gonna pass by the camera and say something. Rather used to do Black people when you just come into the scene and just say something like,
yeah,
that was Black. And then just walk out. You're gonna be our token L.
Gotta be token, cause hell, I'm 5'8".
For real, you an anomaly in the L group. That's true. You are tall.
Why is she so tall? Mind your business.
Oh, yeah. Right. Any updates for you?
Honestly, same stuff, different day. Actually, I am quitting one of the jobs this coming week. I'm excited.
Wait. How many jobs do you have?
I have 2.
And why are we decided to quit one of them? What was the final straw?
Well, there's been a couple of straws, a whole pack, actually.
I feel you. Well, I guess that's congratulations.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. It's
tired
on this Sunday, on this fine Sunday.
Yes, although we do drop Wednesdays.
Oh, okay. I mean, even the Lord rested on Sunday, okay?
Yeah. Let's get into the topic. I'm excited because I love to talk about it. Hair.
Oh my God.
We can touch on the makeup bit too. But because, hair and makeup,
hand in hand.
Hand in hand. But we're going to focus a little bit more on the hair part. And in this industry, there's quite a bit of Black actors that have all different types of coily, curly, textured hair. And no curl is the same.
Right.
But when you put a person behind that head of beautiful hair that don't know their tail from their head, they don't know what to do. They just know that there is a bush in front of them that they don't know how to tame.
Man, even, what's crazy about that is even when my hair wasn't natural, I still would get anxiety going to set because I knew they didn't know how to work textured hair. Even though it was relaxed and straight, it was still very different than Caucasian white people hair, Hispanic hair. So they didn't know how to style it. So I was always like feeling like I look crazy. Like, I don't know, like Florence Henderson from like Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the bouffant. It wasn't laid. You know what I mean? Like a Black person will press it out.
You're gonna get up in there.
You're gonna get that nape.
Yeah.
And so I learned to come prepared, but it was always like we didn't get that beauty treatment on set. We had to bring our own makeup. We had to bring our own hair supplies, and we really had to come hair and camera ready.
Yeah.
While other people got the full Monty of hair treatment, makeup, palette preparation. And it was really unfair.
Yeah.
And I mean, with all due respect too, because when I started going natural, I didn't even know how to do my own hair. Okay. But as a professional, you need to educate yourself.
Yeah.
Just like we had to educate ourselves after it being burned out, being told this is the white standard, the European standard. We had to learn how to do our own hair and educate ourselves on what made it moisturize, dip frizz, dry it out, break it off, so many different things. So I'm like, I would go on set and it wouldn't be that joyous experience. It'd be like nerve-wracking, like, oh God, please let there be a black lady. And then you see a black hairstylist, and you're like, yes, you come on, you came through. You heard a prayer because you could feel it in their hands. They don't know what they're doing and that they're scared. Like, oh, how do you usually wear your hair? Girl, like, you're the professional.
Right. How do you think I should be having it?
It's for, the director should tell you what my hair should look like. I should have to do my own hair on set. And that was really my experience. I don't know. What was yours?
It's very unfortunate because it starts to make you feel bad about yourself in a way which you shouldn't even be feeling bad about your own hair. But I was on set and I always come here and make up ready. I don't care if it says, oh, you don't have to come. I'm coming.
Yeah.
They put you through them just little tweaks and stuff.
Right.
And I already be knowing I'm good. I do get a little oily in the T-zone. So, just touch that up. But anything else, I'm covered.
Yeah.
So I sit in the chair and this lady comes behind and was like, I mean, what am I supposed to do with it?
Wow.
Hey, it's already done.
Right.
Like,
nothing. Your job here is done, ma'am.
You ain't got to do nothing.
Juice.
Right. Kind of like, so I had to look in the mirror to see like what was she seeing that made her say,
right,
well, I don't know what to do with it. Do it look crazy? Like,
there's nothing to be done.
I'm lost.
It's
curly hair. There's not much to, So I was just kind of feeling like, and then you said that out loud too in front of me? Yeesh. No decorum.
No, talk about no decorum, girl. I was on a set. I'll never forget this because it was like one of those moments that like a core memory that kind of scar you. You know what I mean? I was on a Bank of America print ad and there was an Italian hairstylist on there. And I remember he was touching my hair and he was like, I don't do hair like yours. And he just dismissed me, asked me to move out of his chair and did all the other girls. And the makeup artist was like, I'm so sorry. And I just knew, though, if I spoke up for myself, I was going to be called difficult. And I was thinking, I'm going to say something to the director. And so I just did it myself. Thank God I had brought all my products. And then when we were on set, the director was like, oh, can you do her hair? And I was like, no, remember, you don't do hair like mine. I'll fix it myself. And so I was just styling it. But I was like, what's sad is you'll hire these people that are untrained, and then you'll hire that one black girl or that one Afro-Latina with super curly hair and then expect them to just acclimate to the environment,
right?
Instead of having professionals that say, can you do all types of hair? Because we're going to have all types of actresses and models on set. It was traumatizing and it happened far too often.
Oh, yeah. Way too often. Because it's like, I don't understand how you get to this point if you've been to school for this specific thing. I think that's where the wheels start turning, because at this point, it's not that you don't know how to do it. You don't want to do it because you feel like it's too difficult to do.
Right.
And you probably failed the texture part.
Right.
In the little school.
At Paul Mitchell.
Yeah, Paul Mitchell. You probably failed that part. So you don't feel comfortable to do it, which is fine. I would much rather you tell me, you know what? I don't feel comfortable doing it, but if you can show me a picture of how you normally have it, like we can work together and figure out what we can do. I would respect that opposed to, no, I don't know how, or basically, hell, I don't want to. That's what you.
Or just say you guys come hair ready, but if you're gonna exclude us out of the process, then pay us, then compensate us. We'll pay you an extra $250 to get your hair and nails done, or come like that. Because I've been on print ads where they're like, okay, go get your nails and toes done, and then we'll add it on at the end. How much did you pay? Show us the receipt, and we'll add the compensation on. But it's like, for Black girls to have to constantly be in survival mode, because that's what it is. It's like, do I have my own makeup? I remember that my skin would be so pale, and I'm like, this is not my color. Or them trying to like blow dry my hair straight. I'm like, yo, this is black hair. You need heat. Like, what are you doing? So, girl, trust me, I've been through it all. And girl, I was on that billboard I told you about.
Yeah.
Girl, looking crazy. I was like, you can't even enjoy the
I was like, I done messed up my hair.
I done bumped it like that. Why am I like a 1960s house mom. Girl, it could have been cute. It could have been like that Halle Berry from like Swordfish kind of flipped up, but they were just curl. And then, it was thick up under the roof because that curl was trying to come up out of that breast. I said, nah, I didn't catch a picture of that. They're like, did you catch a picture? Nah, I didn't catch a picture. You're going to have to see it on your own. Drive down Ventura. And if you see it, you see it. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't going to be braggadocious about that because I don't know who was on set that day. Right, like, somebody needs to be checked. Somebody, I know you lying. I know you didn't choose that on all pictures. Yeah. Mad.
What about a good experience?
A good experience. Always when it's a Black person. I mean, for the most part, they know because our texture, our hair comes in so many different textures, from the straightest to the curliest to the kinkiest. A Black woman, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I hate to go here and make it about this, but it is. We always have to be 10 times better, so we stay in that pocket. I mean, from artists, we know Julia Roberts to Angela Bassett. A lot of times they don't. Yeah. Sometimes they just know Julia Roberts. And they'll say, who's Angela Bassett? Who?
That actually recently happened to Angela Bassett. I don't know where she was, or it was on some sort of carpet and she was coming out and they were like, who is this?
No. Girl, they did the same thing to Babyface. They were interviewed. I said, that's love face. Okay. Girl, you better put some respect on his name. That's Babyface.
Y'all don't know Angela Bassett?
Right. Come on. Come on, Angela Bassett.
Like,
Yale trained Angela Bassett. Like, that's what I'm saying. These are not like just average, mediocre. These are like accomplished, Broadway, Oscar nominated, Yale, Ivy League trained. And they're like, we don't know who that is. Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's like, when I step on a set and I see a Black person, I know they're going to have my makeup. I know they're going to know undertones. I know they're going to treat me with, for the most part, respect. Yeah. And they know they're going to ask me, what do you use in your hair? They're going to ask you probably the night before to bring your own products, just what you like to use for your hair, just for that comfortability. It's like this, it's that unspoken thing. It's like when you see me, like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, that's my people right there. And
it's just like like
a weight off your shoulder. You're like, oh man, I'm good today.
And then like you be feeling like, dang, I shouldn't have did my hair.
I do this. You can do whatever you want. Sometimes I'll come in done, and then I'll be like, girl, but you can do whatever you want. You see the other girl and get out of the chair and play. It's like that. It's like that. Yeah, totally. Yeah. But specifically, I did this short film about hair love, and they did this like East African, like Bantu, like knots kind of thing. It was so beautiful, and I think we never really celebrate African hair. Yeah, we have a lot of African American styles, but real traditional African hair. So they did this thing. And we're supposed to be like looking in the mirror at our reflection after we go from commercialized looks to this super ethnic. And I was like, I'd never seen myself like that. And I was like, this is so beautiful. Yeah. And we wouldn't see it like that. We see it as exotic, a statement making type of thing. And so it's just hair. Yeah, literally. What about you? Have you ever had like a really great experience? And you're like, oh, I wish you could be my personal hairstylist for life, girl.
Abbott Elementary.
Really? Come on now.
Yeah, of course. A handful of times I've been on set and it's been a Black hairstylist. So unfortunately, I always go into it thinking that it may be one or none.
Right.
So I go in, I was like, wow, there's 2 Black hairstylists.
Right.
And I was like, my hair's already done. She was like, oh yeah, it's already good. I mean, I spray it up, but ain't much really for me to do. Oh, okay. I'll get up. Could have had my hair done, but I came with it already done.
Right. But that's what we never know. And it's interesting because I was just watching this thing with Iman, of course, the supermodel. This is Iman. Yeah. And, and you're like, how do you not make sure Iman, top supermodel, paying top dollar, $10,000, $20,000 a day back in the 80s, doesn't have makeup to the point where she created her own makeup line. And these are out of necessity, not out of just wanting to be a brand, or it's out of necessity for the community because we never had our shades. We never had the colors that look good on us. They would put us in purples and pinks and blues. You know what I mean? When we're purples and brown, we're earth tones. It's like we have to be the innovators. We have to be our own advocates. And that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah. And I hate to bring it to this, but
bring it, girl, bring it. The people want to know. Let's get real on the streets. Where on the street is.
I really hate when a Black person makes their own line or their own like hair products, makeup products, and it has the shades that aren't normally with
major brands.
And then all of a sudden, the ones that don't look like us come along. Well, I don't think it's fair that they don't have all shades. I think it should be all, not just for this specific group. And it's like, we don't always have to be inclusive.
Right.
Because we are not the same. We don't look alike.
Right. And where was that vocal speaking up when L'Oreal, Revlon, and all the other brands are all the fancy high-end brands, NARS. I mean, Bobbi Brown was one of the few non-African-American owned companies that did Black makeup. Like, shout out to Bobbi Brown. I still love her products, but
I still have some.
You know what I mean? Bobbi Brown was the truth. And they were also very natural looking.
Yeah.
You know, always kept those earthy tones. But I'm saying nobody's ever vocal when we're excluded. And it's not about exclusion. It's about including ourselves in a brand that we're already excluded from. In an industry we're already excluded from. We're making our own lane because you had no concern about whether we had shades or hair products that were good for us. So it's a moot point.
Yeah. It's only a concern when we do it ourselves.
Right. Well, yeah. It's the whole pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And then when you burn it down.
Like, well, should have included it.
Right.
Like, it could have been solved.
Now you don't get to be part of the Iman collection. Okay. And we do.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Now, why does hair even matter? What's the point? Well, like you said off camera, you know, it's part of your identity. One false clip and it could alter the way that you look sometimes. Like people that do those big chops. They had a head full of hair, might have been a little stringy because they was going from, you know, relaxed to natural. They want to cut it off, start fresh. Now they look like a completely different person because they don't have their hair anymore.
Right.
It's a part of you. It's you.
Well, and I think it matters too because a lot of it is branding. Like you look at someone like Halle Berry, who was iconic because in that era, everybody had the big curly hair. Everyone was light skin mixed, and this light skinned beautiful woman cut off all her hair, which is the crowning glory.
Yeah.
You know, and had this short pixie cut, and we were like, whoa, that's like high fashion. And she brought it to the screens. And I remember she was on every hair magazine.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, the Halle Berry song was written about it. Everything was like, oh, I want the Halle Berry. You would go in and literally say, give me the Halle Berry. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I had the Halle Berry cut. You know what I mean? It became part of her identity.
Yeah.
So much so that even when she changed, people were like, they couldn't see her without that pixie cut. It was very hard to remove her from that hair. So hair can change the trajectory of her career because I remember talking to her hairstylist. Actually, we had the same hairstylist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really, really great guy. But he was saying that when he came to cut her hair, it literally changed the trajectory of her career. It's like almost like she became famous overnight because it was such a shocking and dramatic change. And so almost like for us with the relaxer, like everybody was pressed and relaxed. Like you weren't in unless your hair was laid. Like your hair ain't laid. Like it's relaxed, but you not laid. You had to be pressed.
Yes.
If you didn't have little burns on your scalp, little scabs, you wasn't invited to the cookout. You got to be burned up. You got to have a little cocoa butter.
Yeah.
Ice it up.
It's just bringing back memories to just being a kid and yearning for that relaxer because I felt that, at that time, it's like curly hair wasn't the thing.
A beauty standard.
If you had that curly hair, it was like you don't want to get your hair done?
Right. You looked unkempt or you weren't taken care of, not realizing that's how our hair grows out of our head, up and out towards the sun. That's who we are. But it's like, I remember sitting and getting pressed by the stove and not even realizing I had curly hair because it was pressed so much, you know? And then when I cut it all off and I'm like, oh my God, my hair's super curly.
Yeah.
And super fine. It didn't need all that.
Yeah.
And we're over here burning out. Man, I had bald spots. My mom let me relax my hair one time. I think I was 9 or 10. I had bald spots.
Oh, you was too young.
Girl, yes, I know. No supervision, Mom. Hello? Girl, I had bald.
Lord,
I had bald spots on the side because I left it in too long, girl. You had that little, you know, that little tiny ponytail. It's starting to fall out.
Yeah. See, my mom was a little different. She said, no, you're not getting a perm. And I was like, no, but like everybody else has a perm. Sorry. Everybody else has a relaxer. You know how we be saying perm.
Right.
Everybody else has a relaxer. Like, why can't I? He's like, no, like your hair is fine the way it is. And I'm like, no, it's not. So she finally was like, you know what? Fine, you can get a relaxer. But it was the just for me.
Right. So it don't really.
So it didn't really do much. So she still had to go in and press to the gods and get that little.
Get that Nate. Get that kitchen. Get up in that kitchen.
I can see that hot comb on the stove.
Smell it, right? Woo! The sizzle. And if you put a little too much grease on it, it's sizzling.
Like, you burn it. And it's just oil.
This stuff young Black girls had to go through just to be considered European standard of beauty. And even then, well, if your hair was a certain length or a certain texture, it's like, are you Black? Are you mixed with something? And then it comes to that. Or can I touch your hair? Like, I'm a grown woman.
They don't even ask no more. I was at the store the other day and she just I'm like, excuse me? Oh no, I just wanted to touch it.
Yeah, that's not appropriate. You don't go up to a grown woman
and
touch your hair.
I was like, no, thank you. You need to ask. Oh, I didn't.
The entitlement. I've never gone up to somebody, no matter how beautiful their hair is, and said, can I touch your hair? Or even thought to just grab their hair.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen so many times. Oh, your curls are beautiful. Can I just touch it? No.
Go buy you a wig and touch that curl.
Man. I mean, we're trying to measure up to a standard just so we can have our seat at the table. And it's like, no, you need to just create your own lane. And then when we do that, it's kind of capitalized on or fetishized. You to put you on the cover of magazine. Now you want to put Afros on the major magazines. Like, but where were these 20 years ago, 30 years ago? They weren't beautiful then, but now that they're making money and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, now you wanna say Afros are beautiful. Black is beautiful. Come on, fam.
Oh, insane. I remember when I think I was like probably like maybe 9.
Yeah.
And I was in a wedding and I had went to the shop for the first time so they can press it out. And it was just so nice and flowy. Probably a couple hours later.
Ooh, child. Looking like Luther Vandross.
I was like, oh no.
And that's the thing. If it's not relaxed, that's what people don't understand. If it's not the double relaxed press, once that mist, sweat, heat, oh my God, anything hits, you're done. You're looking like Luther in the 80s. Talking about man, or what's the character for Coming to America? Randy Watson.
Yeah.
You're looking like Randy Watson, okay?
Ooh, that boy good.
Right, that boy can sing. But no, for real, it's like the struggle is real. The struggle is real. And then you put in like clip-ins or you put in a wig and then it's like, oh, that's controversial. It's like wigs were created for white men in the 16th century, you know, parliament. Okay. They weren't created for Black women. So let's keep it a buck. We're using this out of convenience, you know, out of, you know, safety sometimes for our protection for our own hair, especially when they're on set and there are people who are constantly manipulating our hair because a lot of people, as you see, like Cardi B and Beyonce and multiple others have really beautiful hair underneath their weaves and wigs. It's a protective style. Yeah. But because we're Black women, it's a negative, unfortunately. Everything's a negative. I remember one time I had pressed out my hair and then I let it go curly the next day, like curly ball. And this man, he was struggled to find the word. Like, this guy. He told me, he's like, you look much more elegant with your hair straight. And I'm thinking,
Who the
exactly. And I'm like, in Africa, braids and curls are elegant. This
Yeah.
is a different standard.
And who even asked you?
Right. I've never come to be like, you look more elegant with your hair the other way. Who cares?
Aren't you balding? Like,
Girl, bald. Bald is the day's long. Worry about your scalp, okay, brother? Don't worry about
cannot
me.
stand.
Just the entitlement to give me your opinion.
Like, I didn't ask for the opinion.
And they don't care what you think about my elegant. You bald.
Like, I can put a wig on, I can do braids, I can do it all. I can be anybody that I can be with these different wigs on. You see what I'm saying? And who are you to tell me I like it when it's straight? I didn't ask for the input, because if I would have asked, you would have been paying. And even then, no.
Girl, I'm like, but then if you say what you really feel, like how insulting it is, or why that's rude or comes off disrespectful, then you're the combative.
Yeah.
You can't even stand up for yourself and say, why would you say that? It's very rude. It's very insulting.
Yeah.
Like even like with Lupita Nyong'o and that whole Odyssey thing. It's like, you're just saying she's not beautiful because everybody else is saying black's not beautiful, she's dark skinned, she's whatever. But if you actually look at her and her bone structure, I mean, she's been named the most beautiful woman for like 20 years she's been out. And of course it's subjective, but just if you look at structurally, bone structure, physicality, she's a beautiful woman or attractive woman or whatever. But it's like, you just don't want black represented as the standard of beauty. That's just the problem. That's it.
That's it right
That's
there.
the bottom line. Because if it was any other Latino, anything else, you know, Spaniard or Greek or anything else, it'd be fine. But it's just like, well, we're going to say black women are the most beautiful women in the world. It bothers people. Yeah.
Getting they draws in a bunch. Man.
I thought you were saying they're getting their draws. I'm like, yeah, they do that too.
They say do that too. Yeah.
They will sleep with them and then be like, you're not beautiful. Girl and boy. All of it. you try to date them on the low. Procreate. But then when there's a controversy, you silent or you got something negative to say about their hair or their body, but be the main one in the creep. In the DM talking about you gorgeous. Boy, bye.
Insane.
Girl, in the membrane. I gotta take it to the 90s. When you were born.
Hey,
Insane
that's
in the
fine.
membrane. You better
I know the song.
Do you?
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the Okay, see, she's an old soul. She be knowing. No, for real. It's like, and it's enough to drive you insane. And then on top of just the other world issues, it's like hair should be the least of our concerns. But
the very least.
But it gives, I know I've had anxiety just about my hair.
Yeah.
What's the temperature? Is it gonna frizz up? Is it gonna rain? You know what I mean? Like, other races don't have to, or even like, okay, let's just take it on the personal. You stay the night at a romantic partner's house. You'll be worried like, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm like, girl, you like, I don't want to, girl,
It's just like,
let me pat it out. Because you know you don't want to sleep with your bonnet.
Yeah.
Especially before he's your boyfriend. Tell me I'm lying.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, you gotta, girl, you better pineapple it up. But you gotta make sure it's right. Like, keeping braids or keeping, like, let me put some braids in or something. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's a real thought.
Yeah.
I don't think Caucasian, Latino women are thinking, how's my hair gonna look in the morning? Because, you know, sometimes I sleep crazy. It's trauma.
Yeah.
So you're constantly thinking about it. And that's something that's been imprinted on us from outside, not from, it doesn't come from our culture has adopted it, but it wasn't a normal thing until we were told that it wasn't beautiful or it wasn't professional. And then it started to become something that we had anxiety about. Like, is this going to be can I go to this interview with braids in? Have you ever had that feeling?
Yeah. Cause I was like, oh, like, wait, my hair ain't like professional. Like, are they going to look past the style and really listen to the experience, you know?
Even though for us it's like a regal thing. The braids are beautiful, but to corporate America,
it's ghetto.
Urban. It's ethnic.
It's too much. We can have that for the company.
Not for the company. We can't have any of that in the company.
I remember I was at a job where I asked before even getting the braids in, because I had one get a little color, a little dimension. And I was like, would I be able to get this style with this color? Like, and she was like, yeah, why would that be an issue? I was just I didn't know if that was going to be a problem. So,
or the have you ever had this?
the lemonade braids.
Yeah, I was school, and if you put braids in, like with some extension, they'd be like, "Did your hair grow overnight?"
Yeah, I'm like, y'all ain't come up with something new yet.
Yeah,
They still using it.
really?
Yeah, I think it's been getting passed down from generation to generation.
Generational stupidism.
Because you know good and darn well, I was at work yesterday with the fro. I done came today and the braids is down to my...
Right, to the ankles.
To the ankles. How did it grow overnight that quick? And how did I do it that fast?
I mean, but why are you so concerned? That's the question. Why are you so concerned about what we do with our hair? Why are you so concerned about anything that we do?
Well, the thing is, they can't do it themselves, and they just want to have it, and they know they can't because the shit is going to slip down because they ain't got that grippage.
Right. That's the corsosity.
Yeah.
Porosity.
Yeah.
I think that's the word.
They ain't got the corsosity. What you say?
Exactly. They ain't got the corsosity. You know, you got to have that coarseness.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to grip, you know, and to stay.
Right. To lock it in.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
They ain't got that good lock in. They got that unlock. So it's just gonna fall right on out.
Right. But they can't just say it looks beautiful and keep moving. It's this fascination with like this anomaly.
Wow. How did you do that?
Oh my God, girl. It's just too much.
I'm like, magic.
Right. Like, what do you care? That's my thing. What girl? Worry about your hair.
So I was like, is this a wig today or is it your hair? I'm like, nah. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it is. Does it look like my hair? Yeah. Well then
it's my hair.
Even though it's not. Because you can't even tell the difference.
Mind your business. Mind your business. That's the end of it.
I also think like hair matters when it comes to the character that you're playing too. Because, you know, you could be playing a character that is not going to have that, you know, beautiful, curly, you know, long bust down. You know, you could be playing a crackhead and it's going to have to look a little crazy.
Well, and that's what I appreciated about movies from the 90s. There was an authenticity. I remember Halle Berry played a crackhead. She didn't have this press bust down. Her hair looked crazy. She got on like a do-rag. And that was authentic. But now you'll see films and it's like, she has a full-on wig with baby hair but lives on the streets. Girl, if y'all don't stop with the mad, you know what I mean? It's like, and I know it's for maybe budget's sake, but or even like I don't know what their real hair looks like under, but it's like, come on now.
But that would be more authentic to show that when it's not done.
Right.
You know? Because I feel like my hair, when it's not done officially, I look like I could be asking for a couple of dollars. You know, I could.
Nice.
No, I'm saying.
But when it's dry and ashy.
like, you know, when you ain't got no product.
Right.
It's just it's just there. It's like, okay, I need to, you know, put the cream in here. You got to do all these steps. I mean, if you don't do those steps.
Right. That's
it's
true.
Just kind of there. You know?
No, that's true. And that's another part of the process. That's like, man. Sometimes I'll just be like, I don't want to spend an hour and a half with the water, the oil, the cream, the gel, the diffuser. Sometimes I don't want to do all that. Sometimes I want to just add a clip in or put in a bun and just go. Or you know what I mean? So it's like the process of just getting, like you said, a nice curl. So you could be mistaken. If you have on some old sweats or just a torn up t-shirt and your hair not through the process, ma'am,
you could be questionable.
Do you want me to go in here and get you a sandwich?
Like, I can buy my... Who said I was homeless?
I know I said I quit one of the jobs, but I'm still fully employed with the degree.
What are we talking about?
Yes, I look like I sell drugs, but I don't, okay? I just need a little cream of nature and some spray.
Yeah. My wash day, it was just like... That's a whole day. Even still, sometimes I feel like if I need to do something the next day, it's like this is gonna be a whole day thing because my hair doesn't dry quick. It
Yours
takes
just-
forever.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. I'm like, sometimes I will put my hair in a bun and it'll go the whole day and it still be wet. And I
Yeah.
don't understand.
You probably have low porosity.
Okay, I don't know anything about the porosities, girl, but
Well, since this is the hair episode,
tell me, educate me.
now
'cause
I am not a licensed professional, so
So anything
do your
Yeah.
own research.
anything you do is at your own risk if you want.
But no, if you just take like, you know, string your hair, put it in a cup of water. If it stays at the top, it's low porosity. If it falls to the bottom of the glass, it's high porosity. If it's in the middle, then it's like that normal. Mine doesn't float to the bottom, or it floats. It
Don't float to the bottom. Is that a mystical magic you got going on? Is that a trick question? Is that a riddle?
But no, it just stays at the top. So
Right.
basically, your hair doesn't take in the water. It takes forever.
So that's
your
why
hair
it can be dry. Time you have to layer it because my hair gets super dry if I don't
Yeah, like
add to product.
it's very weird. Like it doesn't like water, but once it gets fully wet, it takes forever for it to actually dry. And it's like, oh, it's dry. No, because when you really squeeze it,
It's always damp.
super damp. It's like, okay.
And I don't know how to like keep it super moisturized.
Yeah, I'm still at my big age. I'm still learning on how to actually keep it moisturized.
Yeah.
It's just very difficult. I've tried the whole routine of, I forgot what it's called, but like how it's wet and then you do the oil.
The lock
then
or
the-
lock,
yeah. Doesn't work. So I use the cream and then the gel. And it works for a couple of days, but after that, it just looked dry and it looked like it want to break off.
And do sometimes.
And do.
And then if you try to twist it, you be looking like Natty. You talking about
Like, what happened?
like we go through so much. Like, no, I will straight up be looking like Celie from Color Purple Girl, and we love Celie. But
Let's see.
we don't want to go out for the world. looking like
Yeah.
Celie. You know what I mean? So it's like then you might put on a wig and you might put
Mhm.
on, but it's just like it shouldn't be this deep.
Yeah, it really shouldn't. I should be able to go outside looking like Celie, and
And feel confident.
and feel fine. Not heads turning because my hair doesn't look the way you think
Right.
it should look.
And let's not get it twisted. Other races walk out with no shoes on, hair looking
Mhm.
crazy. I remember,
Rollers, a scarf,
I remember
sleeping clothes.
I remember girls used to dye their hair all sorts of blues and reds, and they were never worried about being questioned,
Yep.
accosted. But us, we simply
Mhm.
change our hair or press it out.
Yeah.
Or, oh my God, it was, especially with the shrinkage, with curls,
Mhm.
you pull it out.
You
and
cut
it's
your
like,
hair?
right.
Oh my God. Hey, I would literally
Not nonchalant.
I literally would pull it down.
Right.
Wow, I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like that, Najla. It's so nice.
Right.
It's called shrinkage.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off.
And
I
it's-
didn't cut my hair.
It's real. And even like what we were talking about, even some black hairstylists don't know how to cut hair that has
Mhm.
that kind of shrinkage. So they cut it for the length that it is,
Yeah.
not realizing that it's going to shrink once it's wet or
Mhm.
dry.
Yeah.
And that you have to cut like how it grows up and out because
Yeah.
it grows towards the sun. Like
Mhm.
that's African hair. But once again, we're so used to having relaxed, straightened hair that
Mhm.
it's like, shoot, these are like ringlets.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, low porosity, it's
Mhm.
super dry. So in order to get it moisturized and dry, now I have to diffuse it. And they don't want to do all that work. So they'll try to sneak
Yeah.
in a perm. Let me just flash it. People used to always say, let me just flash the sides. I'm like, it's curly. Why would I
Yeah.
flash the sides? They don't need to be straight. It's curly. And then they'll cut off like 4 inches and you're like, yo, if you just pull it down, now look at now I'm
Yeah.
looking like Orphan Annie up at this bit. And I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm pissed. you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta struggle through that phase. And now I gotta look crazy, partially drugged, partially animated character, Caucasian, partially old 80s crooner. What is going on? Can I live? Can I live? It's the question. Girl, it's a
The
struggle.
struggle is just it's so real and it's very unfortunate because it just shouldn't be so much work.
No.
But it is. I remember, I ain't gonna say no names, but I was slightly offended. I was told, because I think it was the knotless braids, and I remember this individual said, how you think you're gonna be booked with your hair like that? And I'm like, you do understand that these can come out. I'm just saying, I don't think you're gonna be able to be booked if you have that style in. Like, that's not a bookable style. Like, that's not your everyday look, obviously. But that's why there's multiple different pictures so they
Right.
can see
Right.
the different looks that I can give.
Right.
Like, it's nothing to throw on a wig, and I feel like that's usually the issue where people people can't comprehend that part. Just
Right.
because my hair is a certain style doesn't mean I can't take it out or I can't just simply put a wig over that style and
Right.
be what it's gonna
Just like
be.
with every other actress or model,
Mm-hmm.
but with us, it just becomes a controversy. It's
Yeah.
like, everything we do becomes a focal point,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's our clothes or
Yeah.
our bodies. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
geez.
I don't think you should do that hair color. You're not gonna book with that. I can put on a wig. Matter of fact, I can get a wig that's colored and leave my real hair alone.
Right.
It's still an issue.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
jeez, people, let it go.
Yeah, man.
Let go and let God.
Man, let him do what he do. Won't he do it?
But I really do think that, that emo that is sent out the night before with, please come ready, hair and makeup. I truly do love it. Quite frankly, it's a love-hate. I love it because I have an idea of, okay, they not going to be able to do that for me.
Right.
But it's also like, now I have to spend extra time that I wasn't really trying to spend, but since I have to, I got to wake up a little bit earlier to tame and tame.
And especially when the call time is super early, like 5, 4 in the morning. You
Yeah.
really do have to get up like at 3 o'clock just to get.
And then, depending on where you're even going, that adds extra to it. So it's like, honestly, when it's super early, it's basically inconvenience because you don't even know where I'm coming from. And I have to still do my hair and makeup before I get there. And call time is 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I might as well not go to sleep.
Right. No, for real. I just think that the consideration, I mean, in the industry, the stuff we used to have to do, even like what we were talking about. So it's like, used to have to go drive an hour to Santa Monica, sit in the office, see all your competition.
Yeah.
And you might get 30 seconds, 2 takes, thank you.
Yeah.
And you're driving back and you're stuck in 2 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
And that was a real thing. Now people are doing self-tapes. And like I said, I don't really understand that landscape because I'm like super critical. I'm like, sounds bad. Wait, let me get my eyebrow. And take 20 hours to get a 3-minute audition. And then you have your terrible reader and you're just like, give me something. I mean, I know you're not an actor, but you have emotions. You're still human. And you can't find an actor every time to react you. So it's like that whole aspect of it. But the fact of the matter is when you are going to set, there should be a consideration for the talent, the race, the gender, all of those things.
Yeah.
Even like, being on set as a woman, I remember sometimes they didn't even have privacy curtains and you're kind of like, okay, you guys go over there. You know what I mean? It's like you have women on set. There's going to be some male, counterparts. Why would you have a privacy curtain? Or there's, the bathroom's out of order, so you can't use that. Just go in the corner. And it's like, that's not professional.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to have black talent with curly hair. I need to have someone that knows how to style curly hair, whether it comes done or not. And when you're on set, there's little touch-ups that you need to do. Or, always, always. Oh, this is a flyaway or this is this, whatever. Or makeup. It's like, even if you come makeup ready, if I don't bring my own makeup, you don't have the same makeup to match my base. So when you're doing touch-ups, I'm using your makeup that's too bright or too dark or the undertones are too copper or whatever. It's like, it's just a little bit of detail. And you're talking about everything from editing to snacks and crafts. You're more concerned about craft services than you are about making your talent comfortable. and they're the ones that make you millions of dollars through ad revenue. It's like, wake up, hello?
Yeah.
Are we? Is anybody in there? You know what I mean? It's like, but this has been going on since the beginning of time as far as them devaluing, especially Black women.
Right.
You know, we're rarely the number one on the call sheet, and even if we are. You look at Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, they're in their 60s, pushing 70s, still fighting for pay equality. And they've gotten all the awards. They're EGOT winners, some of them. You know? And they're still fighting for positions. So it's just like, it almost feels like if you don't, like I was saying with my holiday film and other things, it's like it's almost like if you don't take your power, you're always going to be begging for a seat or begging for an opportunity. I'm just not with it. Like, I don't need your table. I'll make my own table.
Make your own table, have a nice little section.
Right, and have hair makeup that accommodates my skin so that you guys don't feel in position to accommodate your Black talent, yet you want to look diverse and woke and whatever. And it's like, we're not woke. We're part of society. We built this country. Like, let's keep it a buck. I mean, I know it's a hair episode. We got to keep it real.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, put some respect on my name. Like, all the industries from fashion and music, you know, sports, culinary, Black people have their stamp on it in a big, major way. Even NASA, I mean, hell, Hidden Figures, we go back to the film Hidden Figures. We was hidden, but we was figures.
Yeah. Figuring it out. Yeah.
Figures in the background, figuring out how to get Neil Armstrong on the moon. Somebody said Louis Armstrong. I said, child, that's the trumpeter. I said, y'all need to read.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But seriously, it's like, you think it's separate, but it's not. It's all tied together, and we're all aided by this is the standard of beauty, so I'm going to acclimate. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to acclimate to that, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's okay that you don't have hair and makeup for me. If you're going to use my makeup, you're going to pay me for this, because MAC makeup is very expensive. I remember fighting for that with my agent. It's like, no, they didn't have my color. They told me to bring my own, and they used mine the whole day.
Yeah.
Nobody else had to do that, so I need to be compensated. Yeah. So I always probably looked at it as very like controversial, or oh, Janelle's gonna, but I'm going to buff back. You gonna run me my way, and you won't give me the respect that's deserved just from the simple fact that I'm a professional. So you need to be professional. Yeah. And you need to have all the things that I need so I can be my best self. Yeah. And then we go out on set looking, girl, I looked like, I looked so crazy and felt so insecure.
Casket ready.
Casket. Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah,
when it's just like, when it's too bright, it's too light,
oh,
and then it's like, oh, it's good. Then you get on the camera, it look even 10 times worse.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, like you said, it like the confidence level just it depletes. Like you,
and it's so hard. I mean, it's already hard enough to have your confidence on camera because you're figuring out everything, every line, every bump, every you know, your hair. I don't know if it's good enough. Yeah, you already have your own doubts, but then to be like singled out of all the women, and the Latino women or the white women, they get the best treatment. They get to have that products that all are good for their hair, you know, and you're over here trying to do your makeup and. You know, it's like, why would anybody notice that and say this is not equality? This is not the kind of set I want to run. Yeah, we got to always be the vocal point. And it's like, I'm tired of it. Get your shit together. Excuse my French. I know this is a little podcast with YouTube. I mean, get your shit together. I ain't coming to your set if you ain't got juice. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got juice,
you're saying
water. And black hair products. I mean, is that a lot to ask? Yeah. What's that?
I do got some hair products.
You know, she do. She got the good stuff. I should have tapped in. I should have got in there, but I was trying to be respectful. But she got the good. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is that? An extra $20 to make sure you have a few different shades, you know, for black women. I mean, pretty much we're all, even though your undertones might be yellow, mine might be maybe yellow and reddish. It's like, what is that as far as your budget for your film? Yeah, it's small.
I think it's small.
It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter enough. Yeah, you know, because
you're only that one black person that's on set, so they would much rather get cater to everybody else. Yeah. Because I mean, it's just you,
right? And you're almost a throwaway. You're never the center point, and if you are, it's some kind of controversy. Yeah. you know? So it was like, come on, man, you about to piss me off. And you know what I mean? I try to keep it kosher, especially on Sunday, the Lord's Day, but y'all this conversation gonna piss me off because you know what? We go through so much.
Yeah.
We go through so much, and it's like y'all covet the beauty, but then don't acknowledge the beauty. It's like you want it so bad, you want it to be a part of your culture so bad, and you exploit it so much, even to all these major brands selling their hair products to white major companies.
Oh, don't get me started.
Don't start on it, girl. This is the hair episode. Talk about it.
I hate when they do that because you can tell the difference in the
Oh, you
product.
can.
And then I know you can't tell. How are you telling me? If I've used the same line for the longest of time, all of a sudden they done sold it to Johnson & Johnson.
Right. And it's all these silicones and it feels different. It's drying.
Yeah. Broke my hair right on off. It's like, you didn't have to conform. Their hair is not our hair. Stop trying to make it all inclusive when we don't have the same hair texture. We will never have the same hair texture as anybody else. Like, I just hate that.
And L'Oreal, and it's crazy because L'Oreal, Johnson & Johnson, they're not looking to sell it to any black billionaires.
Yeah, they would never.
Yeah, exactly. But we're so quick to sell it to them thinking they're going to honor the tradition. Why would they? They haven't honored it thus far, 400, 500 years in. Why are they doing? They're just realizing it's $1 billion industry. And we really care about our hair. It's our crown. That if you know anything about Africa, it's our crown.
Yeah.
You know, that's our beauty. It's hair. And it's like, and they exploit it and it's frustrating, you know, and you want to talk about it in a nice, fluffy, you know, mild manner way, but it's like, no.
Because it's the same story time and time again. Like every time, it's just like, oh, well, we sold it, but the product's still the same.
I'm going to be on the board.
It's no longer yours.
Right.
You're just the face at this point. They've did what they needed to do to cater to the other side, to take away from what it was who it was catering to.
Right. To extract that money out of the black community and take that black dollar, water down the product, and they still get a piece of everything we have to do with. But when they shut us out the industry and they put that one perm on the corner in Target, we didn't have a black hair care section. We had to go to like Sally's Beauty Supply, which is black owned. And even those products
don't like Sally's. Respect, of course.
Nah, disrespect. What's up? Now what you gonna do? Not sell black products and do good for our hair? You don't do it anywhere.
First of all, you should never be going to Sally's. That's where you shouldn't be going.
But you know what I mean? It's like, you ain't never catered to us. But we're so scared to speak out. It's like, we ain't never been the face of your brand, except that token. You're trying to jump on the bandwagon when Halle became the face of Grandma, which was so cool for us, but it shouldn't be an anomaly.
Yeah.
It should be a standard. She had the standard of beauty. She was up there with all the other supermodels, Sidney Crawford and everybody else. Like, no, we're not going to be like, oh, thank you, giving us a shot. Oh, putting us in your stores. No. And we need to stop selling out these major brands and because they're destroying our product.
Yeah. I don't even, what products do you use?
So I really love, I think Camille Rose is still black owned. I love her products. I actually really love Tabitha Brown's.
Oh, I haven't tried it.
Yeah. Oh my God. They smell good. They're full of good ingredients and they don't have any synthetic dyes or anything. Only, guess downside is they are pricey.
Yeah.
You know, and so everybody knows with curly hair once, like you just said, now that you inform me, I'm gonna start using it often. You know, word of the day, low porosity. I'm gonna be, trying to act real educated every time I talk about hair. Now I'm be like, oh, you got low porosity. See, what you need to do is drop it in the water. You feel me? See if it's at the top, if it sinks to the bottom, or as my friend would say, flows to the bottom. Look at here. You got high porosity. But, it's like knowing those different types of hair and the products. But what I was saying is because it's expensive with that type of hair, it takes up so much product. You have to really, use a lot. So they don't last long because if you're spending $35 on conditioner, but you have to use even once a week, a
Yeah.
third of the price. But then, you're spending hundreds of dollars on hair products
Yeah.
because your hair is so thick and it takes so much product,
Yeah.
to work it through. And like you said, to dry and all
Mhm.
the steps.
That's the other thing too. Why does our products cost the most?
Because what I'm saying, what they do is there's a monopoly
Mhm.
on black hair care because
Yeah.
it's not readily available. So it's like if you can only get it at Ulta's, maybe sometimes Sephora. I don't think
Mhm.
there's a huge black selection at Sephora. It's like Target or Ulta. If those are the only two places you can get good black hair care products,
Mhm.
why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You're gonna exploit the market. You're like, oh, this is $15, but I can raise it to 22, 25 because they
Mhm.
can only get it two places and they boycott Target. So they gotta
Yeah.
come here. And it's like that's unfair. Once again, we're being punished for what?
Yeah.
I mean, some of them use really good products, but I think there's a way to make it affordable.
Yeah.
Even if you're using healthy products
Yeah.
or, products that are not include synthetics and
Mhm.
dyes. I think those were also different tactics. We won't go there, but to put in black hair products that aren't in other,
Mhm.
other people's products. you know.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I use a mix of stuff
what
because
do you like?
I feel like if I try to use a whole line of something, it doesn't work. I feel like we always have to mix and match
Yeah.
things that fit. I always was using Shea Moisture Intensive Manuka oil shampoo. I love that because
Okay.
my hair likes the avocados and the honey and the Manuka and all the other good stuff. I've learned that it appreciates that.
Right. What about castor oil?
No, castor oil is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Thick, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's those thick ones that are
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
I really want to try Tracy Ellis Ross.
I tried hers before. I will say, because I had got the back when it came out, they had the little travel size.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, let me just buy the travel size. I don't want to get all this stuff. I'm never gonna use it. I liked the conditioners. Didn't care for the shampoo because I feel like it stripped my hair too much. I didn't like that feeling.
Yeah.
But the conditioners,
Good.
top tier.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Because there's 3 different conditioners. So it's conditioner for very coarse hair, and then a conditioner for more of a looser curl, and then a conditioner for me too. Like.
And that's another thing. It's like we have levels to our hair.
Mhm.
A 3A, 3B,
Mhm.
4C, 4A, and no other race has all these different curl types and dryness and porosities. And that's like, we gotta be scientists when it comes to our hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to make a fruit salad out of my head. You gotta put the avocado with with the banana, and then you be trying to make some whole the whole concoction.
I have done that. Flaxseed oil. I even got to the point where I had boiled the flaxseed, and it was another seed that they said to use, so I boiled it in the water and then put a little strainer I'm sitting up there scooping it out and putting it in my head. I'm like, the things I'm doing, Lord, and it ain't made no progress.
Man, I did the mayo, avocado, banana.
Oh, I'd never heard of banana.
Yeah, but you have to
put it all
in the blender, put it all in your head, sit in the dryer. And it does give a little moisture, but it's just but a child, I'm like, I don't want to make a fruit salad out of my head.
Because then it's it's just too much. Because now, how you gonna rinse that off?
Yeah, because then you have to condition it first because you almost have to shampoo it after.
Yeah.
So you have to do that first and then rinse it out. So you're doing it backwards.
Yeah.
Child, and they inversion, lay your head upside down. I care about that. Lay off the side of the bed to get the blood to rush towards
just to get
the circulation because the coils, moisture doesn't travel around the coils as easily as straight hair. That's why it takes so long for hair. Everything.
Yeah.
Come on now.
You gotta be upside down for the hair to grow. Ridiculous.
You have to put fruit on it, oil, juices, and berries.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the whole thing and it still be broken off and dry.
I feel like when you don't pay attention to your hair in terms of trying to get it done all the time or just manipulating it so much, I think that's when it grows the most because you're not always touching it. That's why I try to stay with a protective style, but even then again, even with a protective style, your hair could be getting broken off and all of that because your hair could be braided too tight
Oh my
or
God.
it's pulling to the point. You ever had your hair pulling to the point you see the little white?
Man, see the light of the Lord, girl. Man, I was going to meet to the big siesta in the sky just with the tension. I just took out my braid and I had so much shedding.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was oiling my scalp. I was taking my biotin and all my vitamins. And because there's so many toxic chemicals in that hair. I mean, I had a ball of hair and I'm like, that's real hair.
Yeah. It's hefty amount of hair coming out because one, it's dead hair because you haven't been manipulating, you haven't been touching it. It's been the same style for a month and some change. So all of that hair's pretty much dead. So you're combing out dead hair. You might be combing out knots too. So then you got the knots. It's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's rough. And I think people within the community have to have more compassion for the struggle because we are struggling. And I mean, now I know this is controversial. I don't like the baby hair wigs on grown people. I don't know who came up with that. I know it's to kind of cover the lace, but something about the baby hair on people that, after a certain age, you just like, in like mainstream films and stuff, I'm just like,
that's where I get kind of annoyed with it because I don't really care for the baby hairs no more. I remember I tried to do it. I'm like, I don't like it anymore. It's just not something I like anymore. But when it comes to film, I don't like to see it because it's not authentic.
Right. It doesn't feel like the character. It's like there's no character thought. Just wear your wig.
Yeah.
Slap on some baby. Slap the baby hairs down and come to say there's like no character thought. I just feel like back in the day before content creating, like even down to the hair was on point.
I'm trying to tell you.
It was on.
You watch these 90s movies in these early 2000s, I swear it was all a hair. Deliver Us from Eva. I'm like, man, is that her hair? Was her hair that long? Was it an extension? What were they? Whoever was doing their hair.
Laid. Robin Givens and Boomerang? She flipped that and she was like, okay, then it's over. And he was like, man, I said that hair was bouncing. Okay. It had that ghetto bounce.
Yeah. So whoever was doing their hair back then
couldn't be touched. It was slayed to the gods. Okay.
They need to come to the front present day.
I mean, they're probably in their 60s, but come on up.
Well, bring their cousins and stuff. I know they know how to do hair. Bring them to the front.
No, for real, but that's why when people talk about 90s fine, I think it has a lot to do with hair.
Yeah.
Because you had so many different hair types. It wasn't just a one size fits all. And now with these wigs and almost even some body types, it's like a one size fits all. This is how everybody looks in every single movie. It's like, no. It's like it takes you out of the character because you guys all look exactly the same.
I feel like we've been talking about the same thing for years and it hasn't clicked. Or maybe it has and they just don't care. One or the two.
Yeah, man. I think production needs to make characterization a focal point of whatever they're doing. If you have a black model that's set in this era, it needs to match. And if you're playing someone who is on drugs, they shouldn't have a face full of makeup.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have nice hair. You know what I mean? Like the attention to detail should be there. And I don't care if there's people that will pay you for garbage work.
Yeah.
Like to be in all these other people who exploit black images. Let's just get a buck. They do. Yeah, they do. They don't require a certain standard to be on their platform. As long as they're making money.
And that's all it is, really.
Right. But we have to, especially as people of color, have a standard that we don't drop below. Just to get a check or to be booked and busy, so to speak. It's like, no, that's not acceptable for me. You know, you need to have someone that can do my hair, that has my right shades, that has my right pants. I remember stuff like that being small but curvy. You know, that's most Black people I knew had curvy bodies. Even as young girls, we had curvy bodies. You know, I don't know if it's in our food or hormones or whatever, but Black women, we do develop earlier, and we are over sexualized at a young age.
Yeah.
And you would go on set and they'd be like, well, we have a 4, but I'm a 4 with hips and a butt. So I'm probably need a 6, or I'm gonna need some 2% spandex in there and that cotton, because that cotton ain't going up. No amount of jumping is gonna get it
stretch.
You know what I mean? But it's like, even that, being considerate of like the body type, the hair type, the skin type, all of that matters. And it has to matter when you're actually creating good artwork.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't just throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. You really have to have a thoughtful process, and we have to bring back like real filmmaking, like the Ryan Cooglers, who are, you know, at the forefront. But it's like caring about the people that invest in your project.
Yeah.
Caring about their performance, caring about their presentation, and not just being like, oh, we're just here. You could do something super low budget and still have attention to detail.
Yeah. Moving on to pick a struggle.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
All right. We're gonna ask Janelle some questions. Speak up immediately or stay quiet to avoid seeming difficult.
You already know what it is. I'm speaking up. Who you? Whose mans is this? You feel me? Whose mans is this that can't do black hair, but he's on a set with Black actors and Black models? Like, you have to speak up, even if you don't escalate it to the director, because then that could be like, oh, well, she, you know, whatever. At the end of the day, you have to be your own advocate.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't do black hair, then don't touch my hair the rest of the time, because you don't know what you're doing. You've already explained that to me. So then you now have that established that boundary. And passive aggressive comments about skin, body types, which I'm sure we both experienced. They're not tolerated.
Yeah.
That's a no-go policy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you from. We from the old school.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of have to check it in the moment, because writing a letter, email, it just doesn't have the same effect. Don't talk to me that way.
Yeah.
Don't treat me that way. This is my professional boundary, and let's stick in that pocket. So speak up immediately. What about for you? You seem a little, I'm gonna write your email later. CC a couple people.
I don't know, because it's just like, I just don't want to be that
perceived that way.
Yeah.
Because that's unfortunate to say be that way when you're just standing up for yourself, for what's right.
Yeah. I've been working on it.
That's okay. I got you. I'm your anchor translator. What she really means is, you know what I'm saying? I got you.
Would you rather keep your natural curls or change your look to fit a role?
So this is what we were just talking about. Yeah, I believe in fully immersing yourself in the character. If your character is bald and you don't want to cut your hair, then don't do a bald character. But if your character is going through cancer, you need to be able to cut your hair off. You need to be able to, if you're in Africa, you don't have no bust down. You gotta go your own natural hair, or short and kinky, or whatever it is. I believe in fully immersing yourself. So yeah, not keeping natural hair, go full character.
Yeah. Ooh, going bald, boy. We want to skip that character.
You wouldn't go for $1 million. You wouldn't go bald. Your hair would grow back in a year.
But what's the project? What's the story behind the character? I think I would
Maybe
need
like
to really
cancer,
know.
something like that.
Okay, but like, I need more in depth. Like, yeah, cancer, but what's the story behind the whole, like, for example, My Sister's Keeper. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. But basically,
Tearjerker.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I read the book.
But yeah. So if it was something like that, and it's a very sentimental, where the daughter has cancer and she's like, I feel like I'm ugly and no one likes me, I'm bald, I don't have any hair, and then the mom goes in the next room and shaves her head off. Or hair here. Shaves her head off.
They ain't shaving the head.
Yeah, she shaved the head off.
Completely.
But she shaves her hair off.
Right.
To make her daughter feel better about herself.
About beauty standards.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that Napoli Ever After?
I was just about to bring that up. I love that movie, but I don't think I would be. I like the message behind it, but I just don't think I would be able to do it.
What about Jada Pinkett in the end of Set It Off? Was a release of her old self, like shedding your old skin when she cut off all her.
She already had short hair.
No, she had the braids. Remember, she cut them
But
off.
I'm saying in real life, like she already had like short hair. So it's not like she had to cut too much off anyway.
So you're saying it depends on the length your hair is in real life, depending on the role you would take and how short you would cut it?
I hate to sound like this, but
No,
yes.
you have to know. Okay,
Because
that makes sense.
you done work so hard to get your hair to a certain point, and then you get offered this once in a lifetime type of role where you have to do something that could be life changing in a sense. So it's like, dang, like I spent all this time getting my hair to this length. Now I'm basically about to start all over. Okay, but I'm getting paid all this money, but I'm still going to get paid, but now I'm going to have to wear a wig because now I don't feel comfortable. I got the money, but now I don't feel comfortable with myself.
That makes sense. I get that. I mean, especially as long as our hair takes and the type of time. But a meal.
Okay, but now we got taxes. That's probably going
to get 500. Yeah, agent, lawyer, manager.
It's like, is it real?
200,000 right now, right in this moment. 200,000 like check deposit today, and so you gotta go bald.
I need a little bit more.
What, $1,000?
That's in this economy. No.
That's true. That's whack. 400,000 right now.
Make it an even 5. I get the Clippers.
Like we get Bonquisha down the street for 10,000 and a sandwich and some juice.
Yeah, I don't think I could go bald. If it's a shortcut, I could do that.
About Pepsi, like Hallie used to have in like in 007. Why? Those are cute cuts.
I don't know how I would look with that. I would be sick if they did that in real life and they like, we don't like it.
But you could put on a wig if you wear a wig anyways.
I can't glue my hair back on.
No, but if you wear a wig anyways, what difference does it make? You're just bald temporarily.
Yeah, but what if it don't grow back the same?
Girl, it's probably just gonna grow back better because it's fresh. Fresh ends up fresh. But I feel you. Now, I had my hair short for a long time when I was young. I did the whole Halle Berry and the pixie cut, and then I did a big chop. Like you went gradually. I chopped it off. Yeah, girl, I was looking. But everybody, seems to have short hair. So, some people do have faces that can go short or long.
Yeah, but some people it's just like I don't know if I don't think I would look right with super short hair. Like,
have you tried a short wig before? You should test it.
I've tried a short wig before, as in like
no, you mean like the auntie wig,
see,
the super short one.
That's not gonna give me a realistic look because then I'm gonna feel like I look crazy. So with that,
no, girl, and you got to be super selective. I bought a wig one time. Girl, I bought a wig one time trying to get this, do this 90s Halle Berry thing.
Yeah.
Girl, I said, who auntie's hair is this? Child, this wig was terrible. I never wore it, but I was just like, why would you sell this?
Yeah.
The picture was cute. The hair was
a mess.
Was a whole mess. So I feel you. But hair is, like you said, it's part of our identity. It's so much of who we are. It's hard to release it, but sometimes it's necessary and worth it. Especially, like you said, if the character, it might be worth it for the character.
Yeah. So, good people, if you are auditioning for that cancer patient, make sure you are already bald. Now, last question.
You are terrible.
Would you rather spend extra time preparing your hair or risk being unprepared?
Prepare your hair. Repair your hair. I say this with the utmost urgency for the younger actors who are still out there auditioning. Please don't go to set without your hair done. Moisturize. Spend that extra $100. Go see your hairstylist. Get it trimmed. Get it shaped because they'll get you on set and start trying to get up in your hair and doing things they have no business doing. They're not qualified to do. They don't have the knowledge. please don't get caught slipping. That's all I can say. You bring a wig, like you said, bring a straight one. If you think they're gonna want straight, you kind of know they might.
Yeah.
So just make sure it's bouncy, looks fresh, because they're gonna be interested anyways. And I'm like, oh my god, your hair is so pretty. I want to do anything. Yeah, no, they'll be like, oh, but I just want to try this one thing, and it's okay to say I would prefer not. My hair is very fragile. And I've already styled it. It's okay to speak up for yourself. But yes, come ready, come makeup ready if you can. If you can beat your face, beat it, girl. Beat your face.
Yeah.
And don't be envious of the girls that sit in the chair for an hour. Just know you came camera ready, hair ready, go right toward them, get you a little omelet. I like me some juice. Get you a little juice and coffee. Chill, get your book out, read, do what you do. Because once again, they're gonna see she came to set prepared, ready, and it leaves it takes out all the guessing. If there's gonna be a black hairstyle, do they know curly hair? Do they know my texture? Do they have my products? Let me pack all these products with me. No. Get a good night's sleep, do your hair, do that deep condition before. And it's especially if it's like a beauty. Yeah, if it's a beauty ad, they're gonna be trying to be all up in you. So discuss that. And you can even have that discussion prior. Hey, I'm wearing, extensions. Do you want me to do something because I know how to work with them? Or I'm wearing clip-ins, or, I'm wearing my whole natural hair and it's hard for people to deal with it. What would you like me to do? Or do you like me to bring my own gel, my own products? Just advocate for yourself, over communicate.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to
all of it. The hair, makeup, even jeans. I used to have to start saying, you know what? Even though I'm a size 4, because I had to be skinny. I'm curvy. I have hips, I have butts. So get a 4 and a 6 just in case.
Yeah.
Make sure it got a little lycra.
Yeah.
Is it lycra, spandex, whatever? Your girl, yeah, I'm black. I know y'all be asking. I'm black. Blackity black.
Yeah.
So we thick, and especially if you work out too. So you be extra curvy. But advocate for yourself.
Yes.
What would you say?
Definitely come prepared. I have to be prepared. And honestly, the people that sit in that chair, they weren't prepared. I'm prepared. That's why I get to go and get that little snack. Y'all gotta sit in that chair and get your hair done because you didn't come prepared.
1000%. Come prepared. And I understand not wanting to come with hair and makeup. Like you said, it takes an extra hour or so or more in the night before. Like
but I'm gonna take it.
Right. And sometimes you just want to feel pampered. Like you go on stage, you get this beautiful makeup. But not everybody's a great makeup artist.
Yeah.
They cut corners. They took the cheaper one, and your makeup gonna be looking crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be looking ashy, dusty. Undertones not right. You got the yellows when you needed the reds.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, you're feeling you want to be like, oh, I get my hair and makeup done in my trailer, but no, you're being traumatized.
Yeah.
And scarred for life with that hair and makeup experience. So, like my girl said, come prepared.
Yeah, definitely. I got to. I don't care what it is. I done laid my clothes out.
Yeah, like going out for school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steam them the night before. They'll get you on that, even though there's a steamer usually.
I don't have a steamer. I do have an iron.
You press it out.
Iron, yeah.
But all of that stuff. But bring your own jewelry.
Yeah.
What I really liked is bringing pretty much everything my own, like not missing a beat, down to the shoe, the socks, the belt. So when it was wrapped, you didn't have to go see wardrobe. You just get your little voucher signed out.
No, this is all my.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. You get to dip out while everybody else is waiting in a long line to give back their stuff. Make sure all of it's accounted for. Come prepared so you can leave at the end of a 12, 14-hour day and go about your life.
Yeah, I thought y'all had this.
Thought I had your ass.
It's mine, babes.
Nope, the belt too. Oh, that's cute. I know. Go ahead and sign me out. And let me grab some of these chips and a soda on the way out.
This was a good time. This was a good topic because, we are our hair.
We are.
We are everything.
And it matters.
And it truly, truly matters what we look like. Because if our hair is not done, 9 times out of 10, we're not going nowhere.
That's a fact.
You said you doing what?
You're
no,
right.
my hair not done.
For real. That's so
Just
real.
put it up. Put it up where? It's not done.
And it's still wet from last night, bro, because now I know it's low porosity.
I still got the braids in. I got to unbraid it, style it. Nope. I'm gonna have to pass on the go out.
That's a fact.
But that is it for today, my good people. Janelle, tell the people where they can find you. You guys should already know where you could find her if you watched episode 6, Room Where You Can.
You liked it, but then you didn't subscribe or heart it. You can find me at Miss J Vet on Instagram. That's pretty much my only social media, but I'll have some stuff coming out and I'll promote it. You might see my girl up in Najee, up in my holiday film, but I always write for my friends. I want them to work and I want them to do good work, quality work. So it takes a little bit more time when you're trying to do something of quality that's intentional and that you really care about. But yeah, you guys can check me out there or here. And if you do find me here, put a little eye or a little heart, you know what I'm saying? Or a little I see you, what's up? Something, show love to your girl who's doing great work. She's young, innovative. She does art. She does earrings, support people who are actually doing something. Yeah, she does her own everything, hair, makeup. So yeah, check in with your girl.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I thank you again for coming on. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, that's going to be it, my good people. Again, like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, send an email, do what you can. Please. I mean, please. That is going to be it for today. See you next time. Bye.